Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm glad that you can join me today. I want to share another little thing that we can add to our journals. I think it's a fun addition. First I wanted to show you that I am doing a journal here, a little smaller journal for a friend that lost her son, and I am going to be putting together some pictures in that with some memories for her. And this journal is a little smaller. It only has 2 signatures in it. And so while I was doing this, putting this together, I thought, I've got a lot of space in between these signatures. So I was going across some videos online, and I do follow Pink Strawberries, and it's Michelle out there, and I got some inspiration from her on these cute little I guess you would just say it's an addition, a little booklet that you can add to your journal and put it right in the middle in there between those signatures. I'm doing it actually so that she can take it out of here and she can add pictures in here and write in it and do some journaling if she wants to. There's lots of little pockets with this, and it's really easy to do. We're going to do it with a 12 by 12 paper. I'm going to show you how we'll cut it, and you just need your glue and a few little embellishments that you would like to add to it. And you can, this is something that you can make your own. You can add round corners and do inking and add other little things to it. It's all up to you, but I'm going to kind of show you more of the basic idea. So my idea was just something that could be added into the journal here in between these signatures to add a little more to the journal. It could be removed and taken out, and you can clip it in there if you want, whatever works for you. But let's go ahead. Let me show you how to make this cute little booklet. And I'm just calling it a book, like a journaling booklet. And it has these pockets. Pocket here, a pocket here. I added a belly band. There's a pocket right here. Open it up, you've got a pocket here and then a pocket on the back. And you can see that I have not done a whole bunch of decorating, so the possibilities are endless. You can do whatever you would like to do with this. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I'll set this one aside. And I'm going to get a piece of 12 by 12 paper. And let me make sure you can see. So I'm using a heavier cardstock. This has a front and a back on it. And if you don't have front or back, just the front, you can still do this. You can embellish it, you can emboss it, you can stamp it, you can do whatever you want to the blank side of this. This just happens to be out of a pad that I had that has both sides covered here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take this 12 by 12 and we're going to change it into a 6 by 8. So if you do have 6 by 8 paper pages, you can use those if you've already got those made up. But we're going to cut this into 2 6 by 8 and then 2 4 by 6s we will have out of the same paper. So let's go ahead and get it cut. I'm going to use my little cutter here. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut it on the 8-inch mark. I'm going to mark it right up here on the 8-inch mark. And it's going to leave this strip here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that there. And you see we have this strip here, and we'll set that aside because we're going to cut that too. And then we're going to just turn this, and we're going to cut this at the 6-inch. I believe, yes. We'll cut that at the 6-inch. I want to make sure I'm giving you the right instructions. So we have 2 pieces, 8 by 6, 8 by 6 here. And now we're going to take this leftover strip here and we're going to cut it in half also. And it's already 4 inches this way, so we're going to mark it at the 6-inch here. So it's just cutting it in half. So now we have 2 6 by 8 and 2 4 by 6, and that's all. This is all that we need here for our little booklet. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look and see. This is such pretty paper, and I can't even remember the name of this. It was a small booklet of these 12 by 12s, but I think this would be pretty on the front, but it's going the wrong direction because it's not going to be folding that way. So I'll probably just use this one. It's got the flowers here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fold these in half. So just match them up and fold them in half. Use your bone folder or whatever you have to make that fold nice and crisp. And I'm going to take this one and we're going to go ahead and fold it in half. Okay, so here now we have 2 that are folded here in half. And what we're going to be doing is these are going to go together like this. They're going to go together just like this. And this in the middle is going to create that, that pocket in the center. So, and it looks like it's not quite even. So I'm going to, if you see that you're not quite evened up there, grab your scissors, trim it up. Obviously, I did not get those cut exactly like they were supposed to, so I just trim them up so they're, I might have to do that with my other pockets, but we'll go from there. So anyway, I'm going to take these 2 here, and I'm going to cut a finger hole out right here with my my circle punch. If you don't have a circle punch, you can just mark it with something that's round and cut it out. And then you're going to take, and this is where we're just going to glue around this edge, right along here, and along the bottom here. So I'm going to take my glue, and we're going to glue right along the edge there. And then go around the bottom where the fold is, just go along the edge there, and then back up the other side here. Now those are going to go together like that. That glue gives me a little leeway, little room to move around there. And there we go. We've got our basic base of the little folder here. And so we've got this little pocket in the center, and then we got this other page here. Now You can do whatever if you like this round the corners. You can round the corners at this point. You can do some inking if you want, but actually we probably ought to get our little pockets here before you do any corner rounding. So I'm going to take these extra pieces that we had and just look at what you've got. Look at your design, see what you want on the front. It's kind of busy paper, but I'm thinking I like the flowers and I like the words. I don't want to turn them upside down. So we're going to go ahead and take these pieces here now, and we're going to fold them lengthwise and just match them up to the other edges there and fold them up. Give them a crisp fold. And then this one here, we're going to do the same thing. This is going to go on the back page, which is going to make pockets, and you'll see as we go here. So we will take this piece here, actually one of the words going the right way, and it will fit over that, just over that front page. And you can see that we're going to just glue, we're going to glue top and bottom here, and we're going to have this little pocket here, and then on the inside we'll have a pocket there. Like Michelle said in her video, how easy is that? How easy is that? So we're going to take our glue, go along the edges at the top and at the bottom. And then we're going to just slide that over your page. Press it down, make sure if you see something that is not straight, like you can see a little bit off right there, I just go ahead and take my scissors and trim that up just a little bit, because I like to have that meet up. But doesn't have to be perfect. If that doesn't bother you, don't worry about that. But there we go. We have our pocket on the front, pocket on the back. We have our little pocket in the middle. And now we're going to take this other piece and we're going to put it on the back. Right here. Love that. I love that. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to glue across the top here. Use whatever glue you like. I've actually started using tacky glue on some things that I've been doing. I've found out tacky glue works just as well as some of the other glues. Now we're going to just slide that over and press it down. I'm using my Tombow Mono liquid glue, and it seems to dry pretty quickly. So anyway, here's your base. You got your pocket, your pocket, your pocket, pocket, and pocket. Lots of room for adding other things to it. Little surprises, little journaling cards and things like that. Something that someone could take out of a journal and write in it, add pictures to it. If they're on a trip, they can add tickets or special memorabilia that they've gathered along the way. So now I'll show you how I do some decorating here. I want to do something with the front here. So we're going to do a little embellishment. So I have a little piece of paper here. I thought the color kind of went with it okay. I got a bunch of these little pages. They came actually in probably one of my orders with Temu. Temu has a bunch of little different that are just great for adding embellishments. So it's a little long there, so I'm going to trim it. Or a little wide. So I'm going to trim it up so it will fit right there. And remember, you can do this any way you want. We did clusters in one of the journals, or one of the videos that I did, and you can always add a little cluster on the front. I know that you can come up with all your own ideas. This is just something to get you inspired to try this out. So I just glued that down like that, and I have a little stamp here, and I like to go around and ink a little bit. That's me. You'll know I'm always inking. And I'm going to add, I think I'll add it right up here, about like that. Already sticks. And of course I like to have some words. I just think it just brings so much more interest to your journal when you've got little words on there, when whoever you're going to give the journal to, they can go through and read the words and give them a little inspiration. This one says, "Don't worry." So anyway, you can do whatever you want here. You can add lace. You know, there's all kinds of different things that you can add to this. You can dress it up. I just don't, I wouldn't want to make it too thick because it's going to go inside your journal and you don't want it to, but you may have room in your journal between those signatures. So if you do, then you make it as thick as you want to. Add buttons and things like that. I did put a little belly band in the one I did. That was one thing that the gal that I watched did not do, and I thought, oh, that would be cute to put a little belly band in there. You've got these pages that are a little that are blank, but you know, sometimes the blank pages are good, then people can do what they want there. But I thought a belly band right there on this pocket would look good and work nice to put something in there. So remember, in one of my journals I did belly bands, very simple, just a piece of your cardstock and glued it at either end so you have that little tuck spot there. So I'll let that dry before we put anything in there. And then over on this one, I think, I mean, you can paper clip something in here if you want. You can take, I've got these cute little tags. Why not? Let's just put a little tag on here, just glue it on that side. I am going to just glue at the top of the tag, and that way, if I want, I could use it as a little tuck spot. So I got that little tag, and you know, if you wanted to, you could tuck something under there. There's all kinds of ideas that you can do. So now we're basically done with the little, basically done with it. We can I got a little card that just happened to fit these little journaling cards. It's plain on the back, which I like that because you can write on there. That will fit right in that pocket. Sticks out a little bit. I like that sticks out a little. And I took, actually, these tickets, and I think I got those from Timu too, and I folded it in half. Just fold that in half, and it made a little tag. So I went ahead and just glue one side little glue on the other side. And I just glued it. I wanted the butterfly to show, and I just glued it on the side of that little journaling card, and it gave it a little tag. Glue wants to move around, still wet. Okay, there we go. That way, then of course you know that they know, whoever, that there is a little journaling card there with a little tag. So what's left to do is just fill this up with whatever you want. And I have got, let's see, I've got little tags here. I mean, you can add extras, you can add stickers, you can add, you know, just little things that you think, you know, that would be fun for whoever you're giving this to have. Here, let's go over here and steal from my currently one that I've got made up. Put a journaling card here. It's plain on the back. Little journaling card there. My belly band, it's pretty dry now. I just took a index card here and put a little stamp down the side of it and just slide it in there. That gives them something to write on, journal on if they want, or add a picture to. We've got this one that I put there, and we got this pocket over here. Put another ticket there, not ticket, put another tag, and let's see, there's another little journaling card you can add in there. And then we got the back, and remember we made these little sesame cards. Those are always a cute addition. Put that in there, and maybe, let's see, how about some, got some tickets here. How about I cut off a few of these tickets, and we can add, they're always fun, and you can add those in there too. And anyway, there you are. Basically, there's your extra little journaling picture, little folio, booklet, whatever you want to call it. You can decorate this up and add so much more to it, but I think it's just a perfect addition to these journals. Now, if you like get in there and there in the middle, this is where I'm going to be putting it. And you can, if you want, get you some of the elastic, oh, it's cord that you can tie. I've seen gold and silver, and you could actually tie it in there so it doesn't fall out, and then they can still, you know, just put a bow on it and they can still take it out. But that would be a good idea too. And if you want to make these bigger, then you just kind of do your math and figure out how big your journal is if you want to make it more the size of your journal. But I think this size will fit in any journal. You can just use this size in any journal, except for the little bitty ones, of course. You'd have to cut them down. But anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you today. I hope I gave you some ideas and some inspiration to try to make some of these. I think you can make these so quickly, so easily. You can make mass make them, and then you'll have several of them to put in your journals. Or, this itself would be a cute little gift for someone if you wanted to do that. So everybody, have fun out there and enjoy doing your journaling. I appreciate all of you taking the time to watch my videos. I'm getting up there on my subscribers. It's pretty exciting to see that grow. And next video, I think we're going to do a journal, a bigger journal cover like this one. We did the small clusters before, but I think these bigger journaling covers are really fun, and you can, it's endless too. There's a lot of different things we can do with those. So have fun. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.